green. That is the only emphasis. They are both borderlines layers, but the other one is green for the sake of our plot styles, because green is said to be a thick line here when you print.
And the pegs, do they stay red or?
This is red, will remain red. This is a building line, yes. It will remain red as it is. This is a property line, but when you are here on layers, it's borderline. On the properties of colors, you just change to, you can see here, green. But it's a line which is this dashed line. Okay. Then the dwelling itself must be green, which is the house. Anything that is brickwork. You see like this example here. This is the brickwork. This is the edge of your house from outside, okay? Including the bricks. This is an external perimeter of your house, or it includes the total area. We can say it's the total area of the floor. From outside of your bricks, this is what you are given on the side plan. So this should be outline layer, this one. When you go to layers, it's outline, okay? Then there's a roof edge, which shows the roof overhang. This is given in the exam, the distance from the bricks to the roof edge here. It's called the roof overhang. You must read on the specifications how much is given. Sometimes it's 300, 400, 600, it depends with the slope. Okay, and the type of a roof that we are looking at now is what we call the gable end roof. On the specifications, when they say the roof type is gable end, it's the roof type with the ridge and it slopes on two sides. You see, there's no overhang here. So there's no slope here. This is the gable end side. And that side is not sloping. Okay, it slopes only on two sides. We call it a gable end roof. Then there's another type they can ask in the exam, a hip roof. Let me see if there's any hip roof done here. They didn't put here. A hip roof, it's the one that slopes like this one. Yeah.
On all the sides.
On all the sides, thanks. That is called a hip roof, and it follows the shape of the floor. This is rectangular, it's very easy. But when the house is like, let me see, like this one, let's say this is the floor plan. This should be outline. Students are just putting their own layers. This should be green, and the under layer outline, not roof edge. Outline. Okay, so what I was trying to say is maybe there's a small portion of the floor plan here. It's going to have its own slope, you see. It's going to be sloping that way and that way. Okay, then we can make, I think, I won't use the correct angles, but it's something like that. I don't even want it to come here. Yeah, but you follow the angle. You can use 45 or 30 degrees slope angle. Then when we come here, there will be another ridge here, okay? For the main roof, it will be going that way. It means that it's a hip roof. You're gonna have a line here, then from there it goes here. Let's just do a rough sketch here. Okay, it's something that will sit like that, but you need to put the overhang. Then it goes that way, maybe there. I think you can see, it's just an example here. Then you can put the overhang. Obviously there will be an overhang, and then this one can be coming here. You can do it here. It depends, you know, it's just a slope. There's a slope here, there's a slope here, there's a slope, there's a slope. This is called a hip roof, and then it must be going outside because this side it's a slope. You need to have the overhang here, or the roof edge, or around, which you'll be given. Can you see the difference?
Yeah.
This one is not a gable end, it's a hip roof. So on the specifications, they'll tell you what type, like this one. Yeah, there's another example. It's the same floor plan. You can see the roof, there's the edge, and this is the overhang from here to there. You offset if it's 300. It's sloping here, it's sloping on all the sides. There is a small portion there. It's sloping that way, whichever you can, as long as it's sloping. That is this example. It has already been scaled down. The only thing I switched off here are the dimensions, because I was doing something when I was teaching. When you come to dimension layer, you see that it's off. Where's the dim layer? Up there. I switched off, you see. Yeah, now I'm switching on the dimensions. We can switch on the layer and off, on and off. It's up to you. If you don't want clutter, you want to do something else, you can switch on and off. So these are the dimensions here. And the only time you put dimensions is when we scale down the floor plan. Now go back to scaling down. After scaling down, then you put the dimensions and then you put the text. Before, you cannot do the dimensions. They will be very faint. Let me show you here. Can you see there's a dimension here? You won't believe that there's a dimension. It's not on this floor plan. There's another floor plan I had. The big one. Yeah, let's see. Zoom extend. Yeah, here. I was looking for this one. Can you believe this is a dimension line? It's because it's on the bigger scale. Can you see? When I zoom, look.
See, and that's what mine did without the templates.
Before you scale it
something went wrong.
And in the exam, we don't help you. You just stranded there, you know, on your own. You need to know, how will I change this now? Because this dimension there that I was showing you on the other side, it's on the scaled, yeah, this is another thing. These are when you scale down. Can you see after scaling down? So let's try to scale down this work, because you are saying you're not sure of scaling down. What you do is, when you draw on 1-to-1, you insert the furniture in, which is the bed. These sanitary installations are very important. They count for marks. Bathtub, sink, shower, washing basin, you must always show them there. Furniture doesn't count for marks, but we need to show them for the sake of knowing the size of the rooms, you see, for you to know if this room is, you know, standard size. You must also look at the standard room areas. Did you see the one I sent, I don't know, last week or the other week? Yes, that is what you need to, you know, aim to get around those numbers, even if it's not exact, but around those numbers. If it's a double bed, I know that 4.5 meters by 3 meters, or, you know, it will be fine. Here, there's no built-in cupboards. I don't know if this room is standard, whatever measurements this student used. Yeah,
but it doesn't look standard.
Doesn't look standard. It's small here. Can you see? That is why we need the furniture, because when you copy the symbols, they are drawn on 1-to-1, as in real size, the size of a double bed. So when you bring it on your plan view, it's going to show you to say, okay, it's big or it's small. Then you can start adjusting the room size. The only important thing to remember is, do not go over the area that was given on the site plan. Remember, I said each site plan will come with the area around that green. Where is our site plan? There's a lot of work here. Okay, that is not the one. Yeah, I think it's here. This is not the one. Okay, you must make sure that the external boundary is same size as on the site plan before you scale down. I'm not sure which one. Let's zoom. You see where I'm clicking here? Zoom extend. When you draw a line in the first time you're drawing, it's gonna go off the screen. To be a big or a long line, you have to click zoom extend. It brings everything in the center, whatever is hiding, you see. That is why we need zoom extend. So let me move this one near this side. I want to work near some, maybe here. Yeah. So I want to scale this one down, and when we scale it down, it must go and fit in the template. You first highlight, make sure the dimensions are not included when you're scaling down. You select everything, only the things you want to scale down. Make sure that you don't select. Yeah, after you select, you go to modify. Okay, on modify, you're going to click on scale once, and then you click here, anywhere on the drawing. You click. When I say click, left click on your mouse, and then after that, it's going to ask you for scale factor. So it's asking for a scale factor, which you type 1/100. Enter. Okay, I think it's frozen. Something went. Yeah, it's scaling down. But it's freezing. Let's see. Okay, it's still waiting for the scale factor. Let me type 1/100. Enter. Yes. Though my AutoCAD is very slow. There's the drawing. Can you see now the text, the dimensions? Even if you put before scaling down, what you need to look at is when you select this dimension here. I think I must undo. I want you to see something. Let me undo and do. Yeah, this is on 1:1. This type of a dimension, it's big. When I select it, you go to annotate. Under annotate here, we are going to be choosing what type of dimension is required. Can you see here? Yeah, when you scale down your drawing, after scaling down, make sure that you come and look for 1:100. You see, this is 1:200. So I must look for 1:100, which is the one after scaling down. This is the 1:1. Building dimension, building drafting dimension is on 1:1. So when you scale it down and then you want to start dimensioning, because you want to maintain the same dimensions as in real life, you have to look for 1:100. These are all dimension scales that we have created for students. So when you look for 1:100, it's gonna change. Yeah, you need to scroll up a little bit because I saw. Yeah, there's 1:200, 1:50, 500. I don't see 1:100, but it's fine. That's how you do it. Or you can come. This is on scale 100:1. It's this one. This is also 1.1. It's mechanical standard. Okay, so what I'm going to do is when I scale down, and I've already put dimensions on, which is building dimensions. You can do that if you want, but when you scale down, it will maintain. You select everything. Don't leave anything. When we select everything, we go to modify, then scale. You click on scale, then click anywhere on the screen, and then when it's doing that, it's asking for a scale factor there. It's going to ask for a scale factor, which is how much are you reducing it with. It's 1:100. It's 1/100. So it's 1/100. Then you press enter on your keyboard, and there is your drawing now on scale 1:100, and the text is now normal text. You can see now. This is the normal text that is supposed to have. And when I go to annotate and then dimension, it must be building dimension. Yes, that is how it is. Because there before it was on 1:100 or 100:1. It was big, or 1:1. I mean, so this is the right one. And then you move. You select everything. Then you go to home, modify, move. I don't know if I have a template. Let me first have a copy. There was a template here. You can copy this template, select, and then modify, copy many times if you want. One here, one here, one here. It depends how many drawings you have. And then highlight that one, move. You are going to move in the template. You see how it's going to fit. Place it in the center, nicely centered. And then put the title. Okay, you are going to go to annotate here. Then you go to text multi-line, and it should be, because it's the title, it should be 3.5. Okay, 5 millimeters. Sorry, for the title is 5, not 3.5. So this one you have to look for 5. This one. All right, and then you just make a box. Click, and then you are going to type floor plan. Let me skip. Yeah, the floor plan, and then we need to do another one. You can 3.5 scale. We are going to annotate multi-line 3.5. Sorry, yeah, that is 3.5. Fine. Then you come under here anywhere, click. You say scale 1:100, but make sure that it's under. You must align it nicely. You can bring it down here. Yeah, you must make sure this is under the layer. Which layer? Here, text, ne? Text layer. Text layer and by layer. When you come to properties, by layer, not by block. You see it's giving us white. It should be by layer. everything by layer, whatever layer you choose here, by layer there. And then you can move nicely under here. But I see the text size is the same. Let's see. If we want to change this, you select, right click, properties again. Then you go, okay, that's 3.5. Can you see here? Yes. That's this one, 3.5, that's fine. And then this one, 3.5. So that one is the one that should be 5. Can you see where you choose? 5.
Yes.
Yes, 5 or 7, but 5 is fine. And then you close the properties and make sure you just drag it and put it nicely centered. This one must be in the middle of that one. Yes. This is counting for marks. Then you need to put a north arrow. I want to show you how to insert these symbols now. What we are going to do, when you are working, you need to have a working window. Let's say this is our working window. And then I'm going to open the other window, which will be for the symbols. I've already shared the symbols with you. But when you come here, our symbols are on the server, and the server is on the desktop. So what you do, you are going to click here, File, New, and then you go to the desktop. And when you go to the desktop, you click on Server. I'm not going to go there. I'm not connected to the server. You go to Desktop, Server, then Public. Then under Public, you go into Building. Let me try to show you here. Yeah, let's say Desktop. Then you go to Server. Then inside Server, you click on Public. I don't have that. Public. When you click on Public, you click on Building. This symbol. Then Building, you go to Symbols. When you go to Symbols, then you go to Building Symbols. And under Building Symbols, you'll find this. This is AutoCAD symbols. Then you click. If it's not showing, sometimes it's like this. It means it's on the templates. Can you see? Let me just show you now. I'll go back to Desktop Files. Mine is there, Symbols, then Building. Then there's a library and there's building symbols. If you want library, there are architectural symbols here. Too many things you can find here. 2D appliances, any appliance you need. If it's not showing, it's because of here. Because it says drawing templates. It must be under DWG. Then you'll be able to see anything you're looking for under architectural. Then if I'm not looking for anything there, I'll go back. If you need a gutter, you see when we come to sectioning, those gutters, you come and get them here. This already drawn for you. This part of the sectioning has been drawn for you. So you just take on the left, we are going to just adjust the height. North arrow, not internal wall with the foundation footing done for you. It's a copy and paste and just put in place. Sanitary installations, you can open, toilets, bathtub, whatever, you know, anything in section, in plan. But I'm just showing you that we do have 2 folders where we can get information. Architectural folder, all building symbols. So I'm going to open the building symbols here. Double click. It's going to open in AutoCAD window, but a separate window from the one you are working from. We are working in another window. And make sure you do it this way. Don't take these symbols into the working window because it's going to crash the system. It's too many things. Look at that. We have made life easier for you, and you just copy and paste. There's nothing you are going to draw other than the bricks. Other than the bricks and making sure the floor area is correct and the room sizes are correct. There are the couches here. There is this kitchen stove. Any shape of the sink you want, that will depend on the size of your bathroom. Then you choose, or size of the kitchen. These are the sinks. These are the showers, different sizes. These are the bathtubs, different sizes. It depends with the room size that you have created on the floor plan. These are the windows in elevation. When we come to elevations, we come and copy the windows here. These are the doors. And then make sure that when you're copying the doors, you take note of this distance here. This gap here is 110 for internal. It's going to line up with the internal wall. Then there's 220. I don't know which one is 220. So we must copy the correct one, this one. This should be 220. Let's just check. Dimension aligned. from here. Yeah, can you see? It's 220. And then this side, let's see this one. 220, it's also external door. This is 110. This is an internal door. Yeah, 110. So even when you're placing the doors, make sure that this corner and that one, these two edges are, flashing with the wall thickness on your floor plan. You just rotate them. And these are the doors from outside. There's a garage. This is a single garage door entrance. This is double garage, it's big. There's on the floor plan. This is the piece you put on the garage entrance on the floor plan. In the elevation or sectioning, we will show this. Okay. So I said I'm going to copy the north arrow because every floor plan, you see, even here you already have, but this is 1 to 500. We need this. Even if you don't want to type, you're just going to select this, okay? You go to Home tab, you are going to copy. You say copy, and then you go to the window for AutoCAD, which is your working window, and then you come to clipboard paste. Okay. But remember, it's on 1:1. Can you see how big it looks?
Yes.
Yes. So this thing must be scaled down also if you want to use it here. You have to go to modify, scale 1/100, enter. And then we can move it in place. Just to avoid, wasting time, you can just come and put here. Can you see? There.
Yes.
There. So now I'm looking for a north arrow, which you find here. There's the north arrow. Just copy one by one. Copy to clipboard or Control-C on your keyboard. Then we go to the other window, paste or Control-V. 1:1, it's big because we have already scaled down the drawing. So it also has to be scaled down. Scale, click 1/100, enter. There is the north arrow. And then you move it into the template. In any position, as long as you have the north arrow, and if they say it's facing that way, that will be your north elevation, this side. Yeah. And the layers I've already emphasized on my videos. Make sure you watch the videos. These things must be very faint. Furniture does not count for marks. Very faint. At least the windows and the doors and plumbing installations, make sure that you put them on construction layer. I mean these toilets and the window. You can come here on the layer and choose construction layer. It's a bit visible. Where is construction layer? Up. Yeah, construction layer, this one. It's a bit visible when we print here in African Academy. This one will be a bit visible, so it's only windows and doors. Okay, you can come here, match properties, this one to that one. And this piece of, so you see the way they put this door is wrong. I don't know what's going on here. I really don't know. Can you see what's happening there? It's students, it's wrong. There's supposed to be a wall here. So they're just placing things. I don't know if it's an external.
In the exam,
Yes.
is the layers already going to be there, or should we create every layer?
Your layers will come with a template. When you open that template, you see that blue, this thing, this one.
Yes,
It comes with the layers.
Okay.
So before you even start working, make sure you are in the templates. You're working with templates, yeah. I was saying this student, let me just check. It's like this dimension, this door is external door. It looks big. Can you see? He was trying to adjust.
You just changed it.
He's trying to change here. But the original length is from here to here, which will be like 220. Let's see. So this is what is making students fail. But it won't show to there. Can you see?
Wrong door.
Wrong door. And then it's failing to put it nicely there because it's wrong. That's how we check. Here he removed the things. I don't know where he took those gray things to align here. All right, so these are... Come again?
The templates
Yeah.
is also under new desktop server public.
Correct.
You
You go
find it
to
under
public,
folder in
okay,
templates.
you go to desktop, server, public, then you go to building, then you choose templates. As
Okay,
long you
so
are in
the
the
actual
building,
template
yeah, you will see
frame.
templates. I think when you go to public, you will see template folder. Inside template folder, there are templates for AutoCAD, SSD, buildings, you know, it depends with the subject you're doing. Open that specific template.
Okay.
That's the first attachment you send on WhatsApp just now. It's the same file.
Yes, those are the ones. You can just save them on your desktop.
Yeah, the one that says template zip file. And
Yes.
when I opened it now, it showed all, like you said now, it showed all the templates.
You know, yeah, that's why I zipped it, because it's got, I think, 4. Building, structural, electrical, and which other one? I put four of them. And SSD.
Mechanical?
Yeah, oh, mechanical, yeah. Mechanical is there.
Mechanical, SSD, electrical, building.
And mechanical
That's it, yeah.
drafting. All the symbols for mechanical drafting, nuts and bolts, whatever you're looking for is copy and paste. But as long you know your scaling, and as long you know how to rotate and put it in place where it belongs.
I'm up to date now with building, but I'm still a little bit behind on the videos for mechanical drafting.
Yeah, when are we even supposed to have mechanical drafting?
We was supposed to...
Monday was a holiday.
Monday, yeah.
It's on Monday, and
I think
Monday
it was
is a
Monday.
holiday. And then this coming, just try to watch the videos, because I'm not teaching. I've gone like, I'm done with the syllabus, if I can ask. Because I did assembly drawings, I've done detailing, then we have done sectioning, we have done cams, then it's gears and threads. It's the last one. So it's just a matter of you going through each and every video. And then mechanical drafting is 100 marks, because I've finished with the syllabus. So I did assignment 100